My name's Autumn, and I have decided to create a YouTube channel to introduce myself and my garden and my chickens, my wins and my fails, my successes with minimalism, my fails with minimalism, and I've decided to bring you all along the way. We hope to teach you something, or maybe you can teach me something, who knows. But if nothing else, stick around for the adventure. My life's full of them. I have 4 kids, a husband, and life is never dull. So tonight my goal is just to kind of tidy up this space a little bit. As you can see, the grass is a little out of control, so I'm going to weed whack that, get that under control. Probably harvest what's on the honey nut squash off, see if any of it's harvestable. Probably cut it back, see if it does any come back, and if not, just rip that out probably within the next week or so. Clean up the corn and pick the cherry tomatoes, pick any peppers, any cucamelons, any green beans, and see what we can harvest off of that. So we'll see. This was a honey nut squash. There's actually 2 plants here, and as you can see, my plant got hit with some kind of mildewy powder, and it does not appear like it is going to recover. Back here, I've got a cucamelon. I took an old cucumber trellis and I cut it in half, and I screwed it to the side of my bed, and that is currently what my cucamelons are growing up. Here I've got 6 jalapeno peppers, and my word, they are loving this space this year. I have had jalapenos galore to deal with. They've made salsa. I've made jars of jalapenos. Here I've got banana peppers. I've got 2 plants of that. I've got 4 plants of Big Bertha green peppers. Over here I have 3 varieties of tomatoes, and this is all new soil in here. It is a horse compost and leaf compost mixture with some topsoil, and the tomatoes are loving it. I have a super sweet, and then I've got a mortgage lifter and a beefsteak, and they are just completely in love with this space this year. They're growing way outside of the raised bed, and they're producing nonstop. Over here I've got green beans. They're just runner beans. They're not doing so well. The size of the tomatoes this year has just engulfed them, and they're just struggling to get any sun that they possibly can. They produce 5 or 6 beans here and there, but nothing really worth doing much with. I think I've yielded 3 quart-size bags of freezer beans, and that's about it. Over here was half strawberries, half corn, and the corn, as you can see, we've harvested most of it. This is just the leftovers. We just had a huge storm blow through, and it knocked over all of my plants, so those are all going to get harvested tonight, and we're going to tear those out and just be done with them for the year. In here I've got 2 different varieties of strawberries, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what I planted. I've got Ozark Beauties, and let's see if I can find the other tag here. If not, right here, All Star. So I've got 2 different varieties in here, and they are loving this space as well. Hopefully by next year we'll have a whole bed full of them. That was the goal. My kids love fruit and berries, so trying to provide them something fresh from the garden during the summer. I got an eggplant here that is doing well this year. I've probably yielded 7 or 8 eggplant off of it. Chicken's not a fan of the eggplant itself, so anything that goes bad, they refuse to eat. I had 1 volunteer sun sugar cherry tomato come up. It decided to actually grow up out of the side of my bed here, so I just decided to let it go to see what it would do, and sure enough, it is actually producing fruit this year. So I'm just letting it do its thing, because it fought the good fight to try to live and do something. And then I've got a basil plant there. He seems to like it, very happy, much happier than my basil that I have planted over in my other flower bed.
So I did a bad thing this year. I decided I was going to try overplanting my garden. So if I can give you any wise words of advice, don't overplant your garden.
Well, I'm gonna have to call it quits tonight, but that is about half of what's on that plant, and there's probably double that on there. I just have to go digging for it tomorrow. Once the sun comes out, corn's been harvested, eggplant's been picked. I gotta take this pile over here to the fire pit, and then I gotta trim up around the edge of the garden. And yeah, we are pretty much done for the evening. Gonna call it quits. Tomorrow I will have to hit on the cucamelon, the green bean plant, and finish up the cherry tomatoes. And then yeah, the garden's good for 3 more days. It's been a really long day of work. Just got home and getting ready to start the next round of work, which is the garden. It's actually been 2 days since I last worked on it. Sorry, there's an airplane flying overhead. So I'm just gonna finish trimming around the perimeter and pick taking the rest of the cherry tomatoes, cucamelons, green beans, and then get those inside and hopefully can and preserve a little bit of it tonight before the weekend hits, because planning on just chilling and laying low with my kids and my family. By the way, this is my all-time favorite time of the day when the sun is kind of goldeny. It's very peaceful. I enjoyed it. After walking by my garden, my cucumber plant that I decided to grow up through the tomatoes, see how it would do. It actually looks like I've got 2 cucumbers on there that are ready to pick as well. So we'll get those picked. So that's exciting. Birds are always trying to get in where they know that they're not supposed to be. Look at them. See, we got a daisy there. Daisy's there. She's a buff Orpington. Then the one next to her, that's a Welsh Summer. That's my son's. He brought home from a class project. She's oh, what is her name? Soy sauce. Then the one that ran behind the tree, that's Sriracha. She's a Rhode Island Red. And the one next to that one's another Welsh Summer. That one's Wasabi. The black and white speckled one right there, that's Pilgrim. She's a silver laced Wyandotte. Our rooster, he's rotten as all get out and is mean, but you know, he does his job well, so we keep him around. He is an Easter egger. And then we've got Cheddar. Oh, look, nature. Then we got Cheddar, the gray one there. She is one of the ones that I'm trying to get better. She's got bumblefoot. Partially my fault. I put a little gravel in there. Run, and yeah, let's just say that's bad for chickens. Let's see here. Who else we got? Oh, and the other one, where's she? Now, the one that's on the other side of Cheddar right there, that's Ruby. She's another Rhode Island Red. She's also my son's. She also is the one that we're trying to get better with the bumblefoot. She's almost there. But Cheddar here, she's the one that decided to continue on the nursing that I've been doing for the past month. So anyhow, we got 8 chickens in total. We got 7 egg layers and 1 rooster. I don't know how we got so lucky with that, but we did. Odds were definitely in our favor there. And then there's that beast. That's Winston. He's our one and only dog. he's enough for anybody. His hatred is deers and cats. So you'll probably hear him in the back of this video because getting him to stop is impossible. Oh, look. More nature. You know, the last time I picked beans, there was 5 on this plant, and that was it. So I am wondering if we will even find anything worth picking tonight. So far, we're up to 4 and they don't look usable. This is what we're getting. Chewed stuff. It's alright. My kids have kind of slowed down on the bean eating anyways, so maybe my mom's garden yielded more to us. Some to share this year. If not, there's always the store, but my goal is to, try to avoid using the store. Cherry tomatoes a little on the close to being ripe side. That way if they sit inside, they continue to ripen. And then they don't go bad near as quick. And you don't have to do near as much picking outside all the time. It's kind of a win-win. I'm thinking next year put the tomato plants in this bed. They're just they're too tall for my short self. I'm only sorry. Chickens are distracting me. These birds are so funny. They are so horribly mean to each other in the run. As soon as they're out, they're all flocking and doing their thing. Goofy creatures. I think I'll probably leave what's on here out here. Oh, there was a real ripe one down there. My kids, when they come out here to check on the chickens, they like coming out here and snacking on the produce, so I try to leave them something to find. So we'll leave them the rest of what's on there. Alright, tomatoes are done. Next is the cucumbers, and should be good with this phase of the journey. But first, we have to go unstuck the beast. Did you get yourself stuck? You know, beast, you're not actually stuck. You just don't stick yourself. See? Come on. Come on. Come on. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, but he sure is the cutest. I'm gonna probably do tomatoes in this bed. Just do 2, because this number is insane. If I was feeding, you know, double the amount of people in my house, we'd be talking, but wow, that's like, yeah. So I'll probably just do 2 or 3 in this bed here, and then do my eggplants and peppers and things in this bed. I'm too short for the plants to be up that high. I have to climb up in the bed to actually get what's in the top. So definitely for ease of picking, tomatoes will go over here next year, and then keep that strawberry bed. And I got a blueberry bush over here. It's about doubled in size since I bought it, but he needs a friend to properly do his thing, so that's probably going to be on the agenda for next year. That side of life is done. I got it's about up to there, so I mean, here's my head, here's the bowl up to there, and cherry tomatoes. So anyhow, sorry, there's a noise over there. Anyhow, those plants, insane. But if you like cherry tomatoes and want lots of them, the cherry super sweets are definitely the way to go. Excuse the rooster. Well, that's it, guys, for this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing my garden, seeing what I have growing this year, seeing what I got going on, my wins and my fails. Definitely, sorry, dog got dumped over the bowl. Definitely fails with the vine crops. Vine crops just don't do good out here in all these trees. I think there's just not enough airflow. It also got really hot, so they just struggled. Cucamelon for the win. Just a lot of vine and not a whole lot of yield. So if you have a huge garden space and you like cucumbers and cherry tomatoes, definitely would suggest giving it a try. Jalapenos, loving it, but they like hot, dry stuff, so they've been loving this summer. Peppers, plants are huge, just not a whole lot of crop for fruit this year. I've got some growing in there, but just not what I've had last year. And again, I think that's just due to me overcrowding my garden, kind of choked it out, not getting the nutrients and the sun that it needs. Although it should get more sun than the tomatoes, but you know, here we are. Again, cucumber just hates the trees, so don't know what to do there. If you guys know of a variety that likes shade and trees and heat a little more, let me know, because I'd be willing to try it. Tomatoes, obviously, loving it here. Same for the beans, just, yeah, I don't know, not enough sun. My bad. Those are the chickadees. Hey, Cheater. And yeah, strawberries, loving it. Not an issue with that. I'd say by the end of the harvest period, that whole bed will be full. Should have a full bed by next spring. So lots of crops to be had there. Eggplant, loving its life. Same with the basil, and same with this sun sugar tomato plant that decided to come up volunteer. Go figure. I need a volunteer plant. Who needs to buy produce and plants anyways? Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Hope to see you in the next. Bye. Can we just be serious for a minute? I thought I was going to start a YouTube channel, and this was going to be really easy. It was going to be cut and dry. It was going to be like talking to a friend. But if I'm being honest, this is not as easy as most YouTubers make it out to be.